My love, I've recently come to a powerful and life-altering realization, one that I feel I need to share with you honestly, openly, and without holding anything back. This awareness didn't come suddenly or easily. It took time, silence, and deep self-reflection for me to truly understand the impact of my actions and the role I played in creating distance between us. I now see, with painful clarity, how my inconsistent behavior, reaching for you one moment and pulling away the next, created a deep imbalance in our relationship. What I once dismissed or justified, I now recognize as harmful. That inconsistency didn't just disrupt our rhythm, it slowly eroded the trust, safety, and harmony that held us together. I can see now how this pattern clouded the bond we shared and left you feeling uncertain, unvalued, and emotionally unsettled. My actions, which I now openly admit were immature and careless, caused you real emotional pain. I was blind to your hurt and, quite frankly, insensitive to your feelings. For far too long, I was so absorbed in my own thoughts, struggles, and internal conflicts that I failed to see how deeply my behavior affected you. I didn't listen the way I should have. I didn't show up the way you deserved. I convinced myself that my intentions mattered more than my actions, without realizing that it was my actions that were hurting you the most. For a long time, I was completely unaware of the emotional weight you were carrying. I didn't recognize the exhaustion, the confusion, or the quiet sadness my behavior created. I now understand that my lack of awareness was not innocence, it was neglect. Everything changed when you chose silence. That silence spoke louder than any words ever could. It was like a mirror placed directly in front of me, forcing me to confront the reality of who I had become and the consequences of my choices. In that stillness, I was finally able to see myself clearly, not as the strong, composed person I believed myself to be, but as someone deeply flawed, weak in moments that required strength, and hurting in ways I hadn't acknowledged. That realization was painful, humbling, and impossible to ignore. My own behavior left scars, on you and on me, and I now fully understand the damage I caused. Facing this truth wasn't easy, but I've chosen not to turn away from it. Instead, I've decided to confront my issues head-on, to sit with the discomfort, and to do the hard work required to grow. I am committed to working on myself, to becoming more emotionally aware, consistent, and mature. I am determined not to fall back into the same destructive patterns that once defined my actions. This experience has taught me that love requires accountability, presence, and emotional courage, and I am ready to embody those qualities. I miss you deeply. I miss your kindness, your patience, and the unwavering support you gave so freely. I miss the way you were always there for me, offering comfort, reassurance, and a shoulder to lean on whenever I needed it. I miss the sense of safety that came from knowing I could rely on you, that no matter what I was facing, you were there when I needed you most. With you, I felt whole in a way I don't feel with anyone else. You have a way of filling the spaces in me that I didn't even realize were empty. You make me feel understood, accepted, loved, and cherished in a way that is rare and profound. You bring a sense of peace and happiness into my life that I haven't found anywhere else. Being with you feels like coming home. I no longer want to hide my emotions from you or keep parts of myself locked away out of fear or pride. I want to be open with you, to share my deepest thoughts, my vulnerabilities, my fears, and my hopes. I want you to truly know me, and I want to know you in that same complete and honest way. The truth is, I've been holding on to these deep, passionate feelings for you for far too long. I tried to suppress them, ignore them, or convince myself that I had other options, but none of that ever changed what my heart already knew. While I may have had other choices, I now understand that love isn't about convenience or distraction, it's about connection, truth, and authenticity. And in my heart, I know that you are my true love and my perfect match. When I think about the future, I don't imagine it vaguely or abstractly, I see it clearly, and I see it with you. I see a future filled with love, growth, honesty, and shared happiness. I am ready to begin a new journey with you, one rooted in healing, self-improvement, and mutual respect. I want to mend the wounds of the past, not by erasing them, but by learning from them. I want to build something stronger, healthier, and more enduring than what we had before, something grounded in trust, consistency, and genuine love. My love, I believe with every part of my heart that even though this journey has been deeply painful, confusing, and at times overwhelming, we are both evolving into something better and something stronger than we were before. Pain has a way of reshaping us, of stripping us down to our truest selves, and I can feel that transformation happening within me. The universe has been guiding us through these lessons for a reason, even when it didn't make sense, even when it hurt more than I thought I could endure. It feels as though every moment, every silence, every separation has been pushing us toward a change that is far bigger than either of us can fully understand right now. There is meaning in this process, even if we can't yet see the full picture. This doesn't feel like the end of our story. It feels like the closing of one chapter and the beginning of another, something new, something meaningful, something rooted in deeper awareness and truth. I sense that this new beginning carries the promise of growth, healing, and a more profound union than what we shared before. It won't look the same as it once did, because it can't. The old patterns, the toxic habits, the unspoken fears, and the ways we hurt each other without meaning to are being left behind. What lies ahead feels more honest, more intentional, and more aligned with who we are becoming. I've tried talking to other people about how I feel about you, hoping that sharing might help me make sense of it all, but no one truly understands. They don't grasp the depth of our connection or how intertwined our souls feel to me. To them, it might sound like a lingering attachment or a passing emotion, something that time will simply wash away. But I know better. What we have is not shallow or fleeting, it is real, powerful, and deeply rooted. It has shaped me in ways I can't undo, and honestly, I wouldn't want to. I can't shake the feeling of wanting to be with you again. It follows me every day, quietly present no matter what else is happening around me, no matter how busy or distracted I try to be. I want to be honest about the parts of myself that aren't easy to admit. Seeing you with others, or knowing that someone else might be receiving your attention, stirs emotions in me that I don't always know how to manage. Jealousy rises up, and sometimes I struggle to control it or even understand it fully. It's not just about wanting your attention for myself, it's about the deep, unshakable belief I carry that we are better together. We are stronger together. The thought of losing you to someone else feels like losing a piece of myself, and that fear cuts deeper than I ever expected. I've spent countless hours replaying moments in my mind, thinking about what I could have done differently, what I could have said, and how I could have shown up better for you. If I could turn back time, I would try to make things right with a clearer heart and a more open spirit. I want to understand everything about you, not just the parts that are easy to love, but the parts that are complex, sensitive, and guarded. This desire doesn't come only from missing you, it comes from caring about you in a way that feels deeper than words can express. Vulnerability has never come easily to me. I learned long ago to protect myself, to build walls where openness once existed. But I see now that vulnerability is not a weakness, it is a form of courage and strength. I wish I had understood that sooner, before fear had the chance to shape my actions. You always had a way of seeing through me, of looking past the defenses I built and recognizing the truth underneath. You saw the real me, even when I tried desperately to hide it. That kind of honesty scared me, and instead of embracing it, I pushed you away. I see now how much that hurt you, and how much it cost us. The truth is, you have always been rare and genuine, someone with a depth of heart and authenticity that is hard to find. You deserve to be valued more than I allowed myself to show at the time. I've learned so much from you, even in your absence. I admire your ability to love openly, to remain true to yourself, and to understand others with compassion. Even when I failed to express it, I appreciated the way you understood me in ways no one else ever has. You saw both my light and my shadows and cared anyway. It hurt deeply when you pulled away or stopped talking to me, but I know in my heart that I played a role in creating that distance. Your silence has become a powerful reminder of how much space you filled in my life, how much I need you, and how empty everything feels without you in it. The quiet echoes louder than words ever could. Still, through that silence, I've gained clarity. I see you now more clearly than ever, as the incredible person you are, not through fear or insecurity, but through gratitude and respect. You've shown me what true love and genuine care look like. You taught me that love isn't about control or fear, but about presence, understanding, and acceptance. I am deeply sorry for the times I let my fears, doubts, and emotional walls get in the way of fully appreciating you and loving you the way you deserved. I carry that regret, but I also carry the lessons it gave me. Moving forward, I want to be different. I want to be more open, more vulnerable, and more willing to face my fears instead of running from them. I want to embrace the love we could share with honesty and intention, not as a repeat of the past, but as something wiser and more grounded. Because the truth is, you are one of a kind. There is no one else like you, and I don't want to lose something so rare and meaningful. I don't want to lose you, not now, not ever.